Without further ado, I have the one and only Max Cavalera from Soulfly and Cavalera Conspiracy, of course, Sepultura. How are you today, man?
I'm doing good, man. Thank you.
We have very exciting news in the heavy metal world. You're releasing Enslaved. So why don't we start from there, man? Why don't you tell us about the production process and, how the vision of this record differs from your previous projects?
Yeah, I'm very excited for the new record, man. Enslaved. It comes out March. It's the new single is out. It's called World Scum. It's one of the heaviest singles I ever put out. It's really death metal influence. A lot of really kick-ass riffs on it, double bass, and the whole record is really extreme. It's Soulfly's most extreme record until now, and I have a new lineup. I have Tony Campos playing bass and David Kinkade playing drums, and they brought a lot of new elements to the music. It's like a newborn Soulfly, like new sound, new fire, and I feel very excited. I think we got some cool guests too, like Dash from Devil Driver and Travis from Cattle Decapitation. And I got a song with my kids too, and they closed the record called Reinventing. And I think the fans are gonna really like it because it's extremely heavy. It's the heaviest thing I've done, and I think a lot of people gonna dig this record.
Right, and Max, why did that change of direction happen? Was it because Tony and, because you had new members in the band, or was something that you kind of said, okay, like you were like in a different level when you started writing this record?
I want to do a different record anyway. I wanted to get more death metal vibes going on. I like this style, and I like the energy from this music and the brutality and aggression, and I think that with these players I can do that too, especially David is a drummer that can play extreme metal, plays death metal and double bass and blast beats, and I could really work with David, and he did a great job in the album, and I think together, all of us together in the studio really tried to make this a kick-ass record, man. Everybody was really happy with the material, and we just went on for it. And all the songs are really cool songs too. They're like 5 minutes long, and they got a lot of parts, like between fast parts and slow parts, some groove parts, and solos and bridges and choruses. So we work really hard on all the songs, and right now I look back at this record is a very brand new Soulfly, which is gonna surprise a lot of people.
And Max, with that said, obviously you know everything that goes on in the heavy metal world. You're very involved in it, and do you think that Enslaved is putting Soulfly, let's say, on another level when it comes to like bigger tours? Because I know you're gonna go on tour with Five Finger Death Punch. Do you think it's because of the results of such an amazing heavy album?
It really helps, man. I really like. Soulfly gets exposure for more people. I think heavy music is growing in the last years, and a lot of more people are getting into heavy stuff, and I thought it was a good time to make a extreme record, and we got this Five Finger Death Punch tour, and it's a great tour for us. We're gonna, play for more people, and it's exactly at the time the album is coming out, so I think that should help too. And we just got the video done. It came out today on the internet. A lot of people has been watching, and it's World Scum, and looks like a movie. And things are going good, man. We're going to Brazil next week, South America tour, and then we have 3 shows in Mexico, and then we start the U.S. tour with Five Finger Death Punch, and it should be a great tour. They're great guys, and the cool guys are fans of my music, and that's why they put me on the tour. And I think that there's a real good buzz on the new record too. A lot of people that heard it, they really like it. They like the direction. They like the death metal thing I'm trying now with the new Soulfly, and I think it's gonna be good for us. It's 15 years of Soulfly. It's a special date, it's the commemoration of 15 years of this band is alive. I can't believe it's already been 15 years. It's eighth album, and it's great, man. It's just a proof that we're here, ready to rock, ready to go on tour and show our music to the world, and it's gonna be an awesome year.
Oh, and I agree completely. The record is definitely, I wouldn't say one of your heaviest because you have, of course, back in the Sepultura days, you have a lot of really heavy records, but it's definitely, everybody who has been hearing it says, wow. The first thing they ask is, is it Soulfly? And I think it's cool because you've always pushed the envelope. You've never kind of limited yourself because, why limit yourself? And I think you and I both agree that there are many artists that do that. And then you ask your question, why are you limiting yourself?
Yeah, man. For me, it was all like always like to, try something new, and this idea of approached me more to death metal came out of the blue, and I thought it was great, man. And I had the members to do it, the right members that can play this stuff. So I was like, why not? Let's just go there and show the fans that we can do a real super heavy record and surprise a lot of people with it. And I think it's great. I think it's compared to, like you say, like some of the early stuff like Arise and Beneath the Remains, I think Enslaved is just as heavy, even not heavier. Some of the stuff like Worlds Come, it's a super death metal song, and it's got real heavy influence, like really cool stuff like Old Morbid Angel and Massacre and Death and all these great bands that I used to listen to, and I think it's exciting as hell.
Absolutely, and yeah, you said before the new video is out today for Worlds Come. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the concept of the song and of course of the video?
Yeah, the song is about 100 years of fucked up stuff that has happened in the world. All the kind of crazy bad stuff like Auschwitz and gas chambers and JFK and Hiroshima and Nagasaki and assassination of czars, and then the very last thing is the final battle between Jesus and the Antichrist. And we made the video kind of like really based on the lyrics of the song. And the different thing about the video that there's no musicians. We're not on it at all. We're not playing on it. We're not on the video at all. There's none band members. It's only like a movie. It's made like a movie. It's made by a guy called Thomas Mignon. He did a couple of my old videos like Roots and Primitive. He's a great director, and he created this really short movie that looks like you're watching like a little movie on a cinema, on a movie theater, and it's amazing, man. It's really great, and it's really powerful, and it's got all these crazy scenes, like all this stuff I said, like JFK, like they're picking his brain, like after the bullets came through, and it's got people making poison for the Jews, like Zyklon B, and concentration camps like Auschwitz, and a very brutal video too. In the end, it shows Jesus and the devil confronting each other in like Israel. So it's a pretty brutal video, but it's cool. It's like a movie, and I'm very excited. And I think it's also different because there's no band on it. I think that made it different. It's like the first time I do a video without a band since Sepultura Rata Mahata, which was all animated. Mm-hmm. And this is the second time I'm doing a video that no band on it. So I think it looks different. It looks cool. It's something, different for people to see. Like a lot of times they see the band, it's always kind of the same. I was just singing the song, and this time it's like a movie. So I think it's gonna be pretty cool.
Definitely. And Max, I know you're obviously a big family man. You're always all about your family. Why don't you tell us about the experience of working with your children on one of the songs in the album?
It was great, man. We did Reinventing. I started working with Zion at home. I did the first part of the song with him, and then we went to the studio, and Igor, the little one, came out with two riffs and a new opening for the song, and a chorus riff, which we used it, and we all sang on it. Me, Igor, and Richie, and we all had our own lyrics and our own verses, and the song was recorded live, everybody playing together, so it's got a dirty sound, more like a raw, brutal kind of sound to it. So when I heard it, I loved it from the first time I heard it, and I decided to close the record with that song. So now it's Revengeance is the last song on the record, and it's pretty much about the brother that was murdered in '96, and the case is cold now. It's been open now for 15 years. It's still nothing's been done with it, you know, and the song is a cry for justice, cry for revengeance from their brothers, you know, shouting to the world that something must be done. And it's a very strong song. I'm very proud of their performance, and I was a proud father in the studio because I got to record with my kids, which is an old dream of mine, you know. So now they're musicians, they're playing, and I can't wait to go on tour and play that for the people, because we're all going to be on tour together. I'm going to be on tour with my family, so I'll be able to play Revengeance every night. And the fans will get to see me and my kids on the stage too doing that song, so it should be awesome.
Right, and of course you also got Richie, who has Insight at the moment, and it's kind of funny because I remember seeing the videos of when he was a little kid coming on stage with you, and now he has his own band and he's pushing it hard, and he has good stuff as well, man. It's
yeah, that's right. You know, they got all their band. Richie is on the Insight, and Zion and Eagle got Lodi Kong, which they're practicing every day and working on their material, and it's gonna be a tour later on after the Five Finger Death Punch tour, which is called Maximum Cavalera in America, and it's gonna be Soulfly, Insight, and Lodi Kong, and it's gonna be a family tour, and I hope that should be good. You know, I think fans are gonna like that a lot, and I think it should be a really cool, fun tour for all of us.
And brother, why don't you tell us about reuniting with your brother Igor and coming up with Cavalera Conspiracy? Because I know that was a huge moment in your life after, you know, so many years of not speaking to your brother, finally putting all the differences aside and putting an amazing project out.
Yeah, it was great, man. When I got back together with Igor, it was really a relief for me. Those 10 years were really hard that we didn't speak, and when we got back together, it was great. We felt great, and we decided to create a band. So we invented Cavalera Conspiracy, which was first called Inflicted, and ended up being the name of the record. The first record was called Inflicted, and I changed the name to Cavalera Conspiracy. Igor liked the name better, and we're playing together, you know, and then it feels great. We just got back from Australia. We spent last week I got back from Australia. We did a festival there called Big Day Out with Soundgarden, and it was a great festival. We had great shows. And last year I spent most of the time with Cavalera Conspiracy touring the world, so I got to spend a lot of time with Igor, and our relationship is really great. And I love playing with him. I love making Cavalera music with him. It's a little different from Soulfly. It's more direct. The songs are shorter. They're like 2 minutes. So they're more like thrash hardcore. And it's fun. You know, it's a really kick. And I enjoy playing with Igor, you know, and I'm going to do some more in the future. But this year for Soulfly, I'm back in Soulfly now. So just waiting for Enslaved to come out and be on tour.
Absolutely. And Max, of course, the fans listening right now always wondering, is there ever going to be a reunion of Sepultura? I mean, the quote-unquote, the real Sepultura?
Right, I don't know. Nobody knows that, you know. It's kind of hard to tell. I would say it's possible, but there's nothing concrete right now. You know, everybody's doing their own thing, and you know, I'm busy with Soulfly. We're getting back together, and to me, it's more important now is that I deal with Soulfly, and I got the new record out. I'm very excited for it. But if it happens in the future, we never knows. It might be cool, you know. Like we gotta just wait and see.
Absolutely. Max, I want to thank you for your time and, of course, for all the years of carrying the torch. Me as a Colombian, I'm very proud of you because you've always carried the torch for us Latino people worldwide and putting our name high up there, man. So thank you.
All right. Thanks a lot, man. Good talk to you.
All right, brother. We'll see you on the road, and good luck with Enslaved. All the best. And, yeah, man, much love.
Okay, man. Thank you.
All right, brother.